Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a complete guide on how to get accepted to Merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon is the biggest and the best print-on-demand seller, and if you can start selling on Merch by Amazon, it can be very profitable. However, there is usually just one thing in your way: getting accepted. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the entire process over the shoulder step by step and show you everything that I personally do in order to get accepted by Merch by Amazon. So the first thing that you want to do is head over to merch.amazon.com, and I will leave a link in the description of this video to make it easier to access. So this is where we can actually go ahead and start signing up for Merch by Amazon. The first thing that we need to do is just to go down, and this button right here can kind of look like the button that we want to click, but no, this is actually a community of content creators, so this is not what we want. Instead, we want to go right down to the bottom right here, where it says sign up with your existing Amazon account to get started. If you have never used Amazon before, then we can create an account as well. But in here, just click sign up. It's then going to take you over to this screen, and where it says sign in this area, you can sign in with your regular Amazon account. So the Amazon account that you use to do your shopping and buying things on Amazon, you can sign in with your regular account right here, and that is what I would recommend doing. However, if you have never used Amazon before, then just click on create your Amazon account right here. Then you can enter in your name, the email that you want to sign up with, and from here, just click on create your Amazon account. Once you have either signed up or created your Amazon account, you will be taken over to this screen, and this is just a little service agreement. So just read through this and make sure that you agree, and then we can click on accept. Next, this is where we can actually sign up from a regular Amazon account that we have right now to a Merch by Amazon account, which is going to allow us to obviously put our designs live and start selling on Merch by Amazon. So just click on continue. And right here, it looks like we are going to get sent a security code to the email address that you signed up with. So just head over to the email address, and right here, you should have an email by Amazon. So all you need to do is copy the code that they give, and then we can paste it into here, submit. Next, it's also going to tell us to enter in and confirm our phone number. So we can go to phone number and enter that in. And then Amazon is going to send a 6-digit code to that phone number. So we just enter it in right here. And now we are fully through. We have passed all of the robot checks to make sure that we are a real person. And we can now go through and start creating our Merch by Amazon account. So the first thing that we need to do is enter in the business type, if you are an individual or corporation. So this is basically if you are part of a big company, then you would go corporation. But if it's just you just want to set up your own print-on-demand business, then we want to go for individual. Next, we can go for full name. So just enter your name in right there. Then we can go for address. So we can enter a new address and fill in the address that you live. So we can enter the country and then fill out the address information. Then we can enter in the phone number that you use, the email address that you want to use, and right here, we can now add the bank account. So this is where you are actually going to get paid. And of course, to get paid, we need to connect up a bank account that we want to get paid into. So what we now need to do is it says, where is your bank? So you can go from any of these countries, and all we would have to do is enter this in. So I'm in the UK. Then we can go down and fill in our bank information. So it's going to ask you for some information right here. If you don't know what something means, so right here it says IBAN number. If you don't know what the IBAN number is or where you would find it, just open up a new Google tab, type in where to find IBAN number. And then it's going to tell me right here on my bank paper statement, you'll find the IBAN and BIC code on the first page of your statement. And it looks like this. So we can enter that in right there. Then once again, select the business type, enter your date of birth. We can then enter in the account holder name. And from here, we just click on add. As you can see, my bank account information has now been added. And this is where I will be able to get paid out when I start to make money on Merch by Amazon. So that is an awesome thing that they have. It's just that simple. You connect your bank account, you make sales, and then Amazon will automatically pay into your bank account every single month for the sales that you have made. The final thing that we need to set up on this screen is this tax information. So we can just go complete tax information. So actually, let's save this before. There we go. Then we can go complete tax information. And in here, it now asks us what is our tax classification. So once again, we can switch this between individual and business. So this is for sole people if you are setting up your own business. Then are you a United States citizen, green card holder, or basically do you live in the US? So if you do, you can say yes. If no, and then you can also say you're not sure. So I'm not, so I'm going to say no. Are you acting as an intermediary agent? For most people, this is going to be no, so I'm going to put no. And then in here, we just select the country that we are a part of. So I would go right down here and select the United Kingdom. Then this is super important. So at the bottom right here, it's for the UK, this is taxpayer identification number. Basically, you should have something that is the same as a social security number in the US. And you want to find this and enter this in. So in the UK, this can either be a national insurance number or UTR. But essentially, if you don't have this on and we uncheck this, you basically get charged 30% more tax. So it's really not a good idea. We want to select this on, enter in that information, and then we can click on continue. Once we go through, it's then going to give us kind of like this document thing right here. So most of this information should already be filled. Now the mailing address is the same, so we can just leave this. Then we can go down, basically agree to this, type your signature right here. So you just enter in your name, the date that you signed this on, and then we can submit the form. As you can see, the tax information has now been fully validated, so we can exit the interview right here. And now all of that is going to be set up. So we're just waiting for a tick here at the bottom. That tax interview is now complete, so we can now save and continue. So this right here that you see on your screen, this sign up form, is the most important part of this entire process. This right here is what Amazon, the workers of Amazon, and the people who accept you, this is what they are going to see. So it's very important that we do this right, otherwise you just won't get accepted. So the first thing that we want to do is go up to industry type right here, and then we can choose what we are a part of. So this is going to be different for different people, and this is not really going to affect whether you get accepted or not. So if you are creating t-shirts for a charity, then you can select charity. If you are creating t-shirts for a school, you can select school. But for most people, if you are just creating a print-on-demand business to make money, this is a novelty t-shirt business. So we can select that. Then the organization name, you can come up with your own business name. So once again, this is not going to affect if you get accepted or not. Just don't put anything crazy in here, like any rude words or any cuss words. Just make sure this is a regular organization name. So in here, I'm just going to call this the same as my channel, GeForce North. And right here, this is where we need some additional information. So it asks us to tell Amazon more about ourselves, including design background and what types of designs you plan to create on merch. So the first thing that we can do in here is if you already sell print on demand on other platforms, for example, if you already have t-shirts on Redbubble or Zazzle or Shopify or any of these other websites where you can sell print on demand, make sure to mention that here. If you mention that you already sell print-on-demand clothing, that massively increases your chances of getting accepted because you already have some experience, you know how print-on-demand works, and you already know how to comply to the rules of these websites. So what we can do is I can go in here and say, so I'm going to say I have been selling with print on demand for over a year at this point. The primary platforms that I use are Redbubble, Zazzle, and Shopify. And then to take this to the next level, what you could even do is prove to them that you actually have been selling with these platforms. So I could go Redbubble right here and then add a link to my Redbubble store so that the people on Amazon can actually take a look at the products we have already been selling. This is a super powerful way to go about it. So we could add a link in right here. Then we could go Zazzle and link them to our Zazzle store. Then we could go Shopify and add a link to our Shopify store as well. Now, keep in mind that this is only a suggestion and you absolutely do not have to already be selling on a print-on-demand platform in order to get accepted by Merch by Amazon. It's definitely not a requirement, but it is going to help your case in getting accepted. But if you do not have any print-on-demand experience, then what we could do is go in here and you could just explain that you have been researching about print-on-demand and you have a good idea of how the business works and maybe you have already created some designs. So I just said I have been researching print-on-demand using YouTube for the past few months. I know how print-on-demand works and I know I cannot create copyrighted designs. My designs so far have been created around, then we could say like cats, or dogs, or coffee, or basically anything you have created your designs around. Just let them know right here. Basically, the aim of additional information is to show them that you know what you are doing, you know how print on demand works, you know that you can't create copyrighted designs, and overall just proving to them that you will be an asset to Merch by Amazon and they won't have to immediately ban your account. So we can enter that in right there. Then if you have a website, you can link to it. Then the final thing that we have to do is just enter in what it says down here. Then we can send request. Fantastic. Let's try a different image right there. And just like that, the request has been submitted successfully. And on average, the wait time is around about 14 days. If you followed all of the steps, and especially if you filled out that last form in the way that I showed you, it is very likely that you will get accepted by Merch by Amazon. However, I cannot claim that this is definitely going to have a 100% success rate, but the beautiful thing about Merch by Amazon is you can apply again. So if for some reason this didn't work and you didn't get accepted, then what I would recommend is creating a new email address. Don't apply with the old email address. Create a new email address, then create a new Amazon account and follow this video again. All of the steps that I showed you, especially that last screen, that last one is so important, and apply again with that brand new account and see if you get accepted that way. So that is my guide on how you can get accepted by Merch by Amazon. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.